Hello, people. It's the True Vapor Show, and yes, we are live. How's everybody doing out there today? Uh, you know who I am, so I'm going to start it off down the row. We have Daryl in a secret location, so take it away, Daryl.
Hey everybody, good morning. This is Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape on YouTube. Yes, I am in a hotel room. I am in Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm not going to tell you why, but it is vape related, and I am having an awesome time. And I'm vaping on the Alaria RTA by Og Vape. Let me show you this. See that? You can see right into the chamber there. Pretty cool RTA. Review for that on my channel. I also have the Boreas 8 milliliter size capacity RTA also from Og Vape. Awesome. And I do want to show off brass and black TVL mech mod with the brass 24 millimeter sized Kennedy, and then also Rogue mod with the Tugboat V3 24 millimeter, and I am vaping on this stuff right here, the Man from Nantucket from AC e-Liquid. The Man from Nantucket. That's all I got for today.
Nice, nice. And next to him, we have Mark.
Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
Mark's got
What
cancer.
the hell?
I am vaping on this this V-Part box mod with the Freemax Cecilia tank or whatever the hell it's called. It's too early for this. Jesus Christ. I don't know. This is a DNA mod from I think e-cig. Which one is this?
That's that updated one.
This is the Vape and Fagan DNA 200 with the Billow V3 on top, and then the IPV 5 with the, is this the Mako RDA, I believe? Yes, the Mako RDA, which is kind of screwed up. And e-Liquid, I'm vaping on some Vapetasia, some more Loopy, and some more of the Loaded Donut. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and we have Zach.
What is going on, everybody? Good morning. I'm vaping on, let's see here. I'm not sure what this RDA is. I have no idea. It's got like an inner barrel, and the inner barrel has some kind of shield on it. I have no idea what it is. But inside that, I'm vaping on some naturally extracted tobacco vape, Coventry. Tastes just like kind of like a vanilla black Cavendish type tobacco. Kind of nice. I used to like that kind of stuff. And then, of course, I'm vaping on my DNA 200, 133, whatever you want to call it. And on top of that, I have the S-Killa tank. I'm rocking the same tank as Mark, S-Killa. And inside that, I have some YOLO by, who is this? Reflections? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, YOLO by Reflection Paper.
Nice, nice. Well, today, I'm just vaping on, what, a handload of mods and tanks in variable sizes and wattages. And, of course, always hooking up that Adore e-Liquid Simple Apple Roll. Love that stuff right there. We're missing Daniel today. He is not exactly MIA, but he is on a different schedule for this week, so he will not be joining us. And I guess before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to everybody that's given me the congrats on the 2K. I appreciate that. And
Congratulations.
Oh, hell. Is that the new toy for the next month or so?
Hell yeah.
Your boy's going to come in there and be pissed when he
He
can't
ain't
find
taking
his toy. Can you blow vape through it?
No, I already tried.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't work.
Well, what's going on this fine morning? Daryl, where you at? People are probably wondering why in the hell you're sitting in a hotel room. So,
now I can't go into the details, but a friend of mine needed to come up here to conclude some business, and I tagged along, jumped in the car with him, and we drove up to Connecticut and then Rhode Island, and hung out with a couple of different vape shop people here. Went out to dinner last night. It was fun. It's fun. And then he's got some more stuff to wrap up today. Just tagging along for the ride, doing the Quest for Vape thing, meeting a lot of folks that I just saw last weekend.
sweet. Yeah, I know y'all have had a good time in Foxwood. I'm certain if you keep up with everybody, you've been seeing all the videos getting posted and all the pictures on Facebook. Looked like y'all had an awesome time up there.
We did. It was a lot of fun. We rented a mansion. All of the reviewer guys, we ended up being the judges for a juice judging competition and picked like best juice in each different category, the best in show. It was fun. And the whole weekend was it was a very fun atmosphere show. Some good hardware. I bought the hardware that was there. And then just a lot of great juice companies, a lot of up-and-coming companies that I had never heard of. It was fun. Just a well-run show. Very nice.
Sweet.
I've got videos on my channel if anybody wants to watch that. I think I posted 4 videos. One of them's a live walkthrough with shitty Wi-Fi feed, but you can get a feel for this show.
So was Joytech at the show?
I'm sorry, did I just locked up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, was Joytech at the show?
No, there were no Asian manufacturers represented at the show. What's up, China? You don't want to come to the Northeast? You know, you're allowed. You're invited. There was like I think somewhere between 15 and 19,000 people walked through the doors. As far as ticket sales went, there was about 150 vendors. There were no Chinese hardware manufacturers anywhere to be seen, but there were some Asian people at the gambling casino. So, you know.
They were all at Vegas, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Everybody in China was at Vegas.
And
Oh,
I was going to say, it appears that everybody's going to be at Vegas again come May. It sounds like a lot of the group is getting their bags packed and getting ready to do another run there. So,
Hell yeah, pack your bags, everyone, get ready. ECC in Vegas is going to be fucking crazy.
Yep, we're gonna rock out with our cocks out.
yeah.
I finally hired a bodyguard, a camera crew, and a makeup artist. So I'll be
Hell
attending there.
Her name's Angela.
A makeup artist's a good idea.
I know, innit? I can use one.
Mark, can you tell us some highlights of the show you were at in Vegas last week? You were there for 3 days, is that right?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, left Friday, yeah, like 3-4 days. Who was there? Let's see. Everybody was there. Asmodus, Geek Vape, H Cigar, Smoke, Sigelli, iJoy. Pretty much everybody in China was there. Really cool event. I got to see the Q class, the DNA 75, a whole crap load of tanks. Tsunami 24, Coilmaster was there. I got to see the new Lava Box lipo battery add-on for their Lava Box. Whole bunch of cool stuff. It was a vaping tobacco machinery event. So there was a lot of tobacco, cigars, pipes, and bongs. But the building had such a really good ventilation system that you didn't even smell cigars or smoke or anything. It's kind of cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good way to kind of introduce vaping to maybe smokers out there and stuff. I know some people were kind of like, why would they mix cigars and vaping? But I think it was kind of a good idea.
Sure.
You know, I forgot to ask you, did Coilmaster, they got anything new coming out that looks different?
I don't know. I was talking to them. I might actually be going to, is it VapeCon with them in April, or vaping the fort, something like that. I don't know. Something in April coming up.
Fort
Oh,
Wayne, Indiana.
VapeCon in Texas
Huh.
or Daytona or no, Texas. Yeah, I don't know. But to my knowledge, I don't think they have anything new coming up. But at least they didn't show me anything new.
No, okay.
But there were a lot of new tanks. I got the pure tank, which is I'm having like complete like bad luck with it. Um, and there was a lot of new tanks there. A lot of cool mods. Like there was a lot of it was like all hardware. For once, it was actually all hardware and not that much e-liquid. Usually, it's all e-liquid, no hardware. This one was like backwards, all hardware. Really cool.
Cool.
I was really hoping that Joytech would go to Vape Northeast and we could see like a samurai showdown between Evolve and Joytech.
Yeah.
So, okay, Zach, why don't you explain briefly what the bickerman is between Joytech and Evolve?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so as a lot of people should know by now, Evolve has filed suit against Joytech. It really boils down to the RX200, which apparently whenever Joytech was making the rouleau, they basically said we're going to make a cheaper model with a cheaper chip, and Evolve said basically no, you have to patent that design from us. I mean, you have to license that design from us, and basically Joytech said no, and went ahead and created the chip. And worse than that, because the chip is a drop-in replacement for the DNA 200, there's a lot of other manufacturers that were ordering from Evolve that are no longer ordering from Evolve. So they basically, a lot of devices that had DNA 200 chips or were scheduled to have DNA 200 chips are going to get an RX 200 chip model out on the market. And basically, Evolve's bark with it is that it's going to crush the market for them to come out with such a low chip, and it's based on their design. So they feel like their hand is forced and they have to do something to stop it. They had to file this lawsuit. The only reason they're able to file a lawsuit against a China company is because Joytech sued in America. They sued some other American company for like the Ego T and Ego C, they had invented that, and they wanted to fight for that here over some. I don't know the exact devices that they were fighting over, but as soon as they utilized the U.S. courts, they became jurisdiction of the U.S. courts. So other China companies that are also making mods that use variable wattage, like they're claiming is part of the patent, probably won't be subject to this later, because as long as they've never touched the U.S. courts, they're outside the U.S. jurisdiction. They can kind of do whatever they want.
So they're suing them because they used the box design?
They're suing them because they made a drop-in replacement chip and then placed the RX200 directly next to the rouleau. They're saying that they actually have gotten a lot of RX200s. Evolve has gotten a lot of RX200s sent to them for the purpose of repair, because which states basically that consumers are being led to believe that their RX200 contains the equivalent or same or DNA chip, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but would you? I wouldn't think the chip is remotely the same. Not even close to being the same.
But we're all in the know tech reviewers and stuff like that. It's different for us than it is like for some unknown dude who just thinks that they're buying, like, a rouleau is a rouleau. Even we'd be convinced, like, we have a hard time saying a rouleau DNA 200 and a rouleau RX 200. So now we call the rouleau the DNA 200 and just the RX 200 for the other one. But consumers aren't going to know. They're going to think, I'm getting a rouleau.
Okay.
A rouleau is a rouleau.
I always thought the DNA 200 was called the rouleau and the RX 200 was called the RX 200. I didn't know. Yeah, but no, I can see where people get confused. I can understand that.
Yeah, it says rouleau on the package. I've already sent mine away, but it says
does it?
rouleau on the box and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be confusing then.
Says it on the bottom.
Yep.
Damn.
But so Wismec Joytech designed the box and the housing. If I had a Ford and I dropped a Chevy engine in it and I put a couple of, I don't know, things that made that engine fit, would Ford sue me for dropping a Chevy engine in there? Like that's the only thing that can go in there? I don't know. I guess it's for the courts to determine. It seems trivial.
No, it's more like if Chevy came out with an engine that specifically copied Ford's engine design so that you could drop it in as a replacement and everything hooked right up. Which, as you know, if you've done any work on cars, a Ford engine and a Chevy engine, you shouldn't really be able to swap those. But if Chevy came out with an engine that you could just simply drop into a Ford, yeah, that might be violating some of Ford's design patents. Some of its characteristics, unique to that engine.
Interesting. Well, now that there's money on the table, I guess these companies are going to slug it out where they might not have done that a year, 2 years, 3 years ago when the market demand wasn't there.
Well, I'm seeing in chat where what Randy posted that he said his brother actually bought an RX 200 under the impression it had a DNA chip. I don't know.
Hannemods did the same thing. They started suing people, and look where they're at.
Yeah, really.
They're not really around anymore.
I guess you kind of forget at times, if you keep up with everything, you would almost have to know that, at least at this point in time in the game, if you bought anything that had a DNA 200 chip in it, if you got it at a $50 range, you know that you're not actually getting something with a DNA 200 in it.
Yeah, but that's not always the case with people though. Like I get a bunch of people because I replace chips. I upgrade the fake chip for a real chip, and I get a lot of people who paid full price. They paid like it was a Hannah mod. They paid like it was, an expensive mod. That crit box that I did, the dude paid like it was a real crit box. He thought he was getting a real crit box. He didn't even get a deal. It's not like he had any inclination that he was getting a fake chip. So I don't like.
Well, even at that wholesale price, I think alone, and I'm sure Zach could come back with the correct, but I think wholesale alone, a DNA chip by itself is at least $40, correct?
Yeah, you would have to buy a lot of chips to get it down to 40. I'm hearing that if you buy, like upwards of like 100, you can get it down to 60 or 70, but you have to be buying thousands to get it down significantly.
Yeah. So at that, obviously you can get the RX 200 for what, about $44 all day long. So for what you're paying for the whole price of the mod, you can't even actually buy the chip. So,
Right.
Could I make a prediction? Here's what I predict happens. Joytech came out with a mod that, wholesale you can get for $40, retail you can get for about 60 to 70. They came out with a mod that costs less than Evolve's chip. I guess it's never going to go to court. It's going to settle, and that'll be the end of the story. Joytech, I think, has deeper pockets than Evolve. That's my prediction. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of a stupid reason to go to court for. I don't see that.
yeah.
Well, one of the things that is sort of the crux of the case, and I think Evolve made a little mistake here, is that when Evolve made the ultimatum that you had to license their stuff to make the RX 200, Joytech came back and said, okay, well, how much to license the stuff? And then Evolve came back and said, no, we don't want to license it. We're not licensing it. So now Joytech's already created this product. They're about to pay the licensing fees, and then Evolve says no. Even though we said you have to pay licensing, we're not actually going to offer that, put that on the table for you. So yeah, there'll probably be some money exchanged, but Evolve's not going to get. I don't think they're going to get what they want. I think they're going to have to settle for some middle ground.
Yeah.
Anyone that has a TV in their background in their videos, I will file a lawsuit against you.
You mean like that? Is that what you're saying?
Is that a monitor or television?
That is a monitor.
Oh, okay, you're safe then.
Oh,
So I guess you're about to sue Brian.
Yep, Brian, the lawsuit's already in place.
Yes.
It's
Mark
been a
owns
long-
that concept. He owns that concept. The entire concept of having that behind.
I
Nice.
stole it from someone, but then I patented it, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been an ongoing case in the courts for years now.
Also, you're not allowed to be on a vape review show or channel and wear a hat because Mark has the patent on that as well. Unless the hat is of a different size.
You can wear it backward, just can't wear it forwards.
And you can wear like a fedora or a cowboy hat or, you know, a top hat or something. You just can't wear a ball cap.
Yep.
Well,
Some nice drama out there in the vaping world.
Yeah.
I'm buying 2 more of these before they get taken off the market, and I don't give a fuck what happens.
I'm not going to tell y'all what it is going to be, but me and Mr. Fagan have a little joint thing we're going to do tomorrow, so y'all be prepared for that.
What time?
I don't think we quite got it. It's going to be a morning thing, I'm certain, correct?
Yeah.
Is
Probably.
is doing joint things legal in your state, ST?
Oh yeah, anything with a joint in my state. Is legal.
Just don't interfere with the noon to 1 o'clock slot because the Church of Vape has its
True that.
it's having its special Friday. Isn't it Good Friday? Vape Good Friday?
Yes, it
Is
is.
it? Oh, it is. Holy snap. Yeah, we're going to have to create something special for that.
Vape Friday. I'll be around if you want me on there. I don't want to put a suit on though. Maybe I'll go street evangelical on the show.
Yeah, I mean, you know, go youth minister.
Yes,
Go youth minister.
nice. I will.
We'll definitely have come and gone by then, but it will be on Mark's channel, so there will be, I'm certain, an event set out on that before it hits, so be prepared for that one. And I think y'all are actually going to like that one, so.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've been on your show with this yet, ST, but I am in the Freemax Tie Club now. So you have to like pay respects to me in a different way now because I'm in the club.
They didn't send you the same damn one they sent ST, did they?
No, they better not have.
The red one?
What color did you get, ST?
I got see, now, there is a rating with all this.
Yeah.
So Mark got his, which he's kind of lower tier, but when you get to my level, it's black and gold, baby.
Holy
Black and
shit.
gold.
We're in the same tier, you and me, ST. But I like the one they sent. Mark has a dragon on it. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the king of ties right there.
See, I have mine probably displayed on a wall. You guys got yours in a box.
Where I don't
Oh.
see.
I will have to probably put mine up.
I can't see. It's way in the back.
That's
I've got
not
a proper
prominent.
place.
That's
I've
not
got a china
prominent.
cabinet. I would like to give a big shout out to Emma for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, one of these
Emma.
days we'll all get around to doing the review on that tank, actually.
Yeah.
Mine is in editing right now. I just need to slap it together.
I'm actually vaping on mine right now.
Yeah, as am I. I'm still playing with it so that I can get over to the S Killer Mini.
Oh, I didn't get that. I did show it on my live show about 6 weeks ago, so I think I'm absolved of all sin.
I didn't think I was getting just the tie. Honestly, with you, when I got the package, there was a Freemax Mini sticking out the end of it. So I thought it was an entire package of tanks. Like, remember how she was trying so hard to get rid of the tanks? I thought that she sent me in a tie box a bunch of tanks. I was like, damn, I don't need all these tanks. I can't. What am I gonna do?
I actually handed a few tanks out to some people at my local vape shop, and they really did appreciate that. They seem to be enjoying them. So,
Does anyone have that Maker RDA from the guys that make that juice bottle that connects to your windshield, or no?
no, I don't.
No.
It looked cool though at BPX.
Yeah, I got one, and like you can't tell. It's top airflow, but you can't tell where the hell the air holes are on the. It's weird. Like you just can't tell where the air holes are. You have to take the cap off every single time, and
Yeah.
like look, and then
Yeah.
line it up, and it's kind of stupid. Like they should have put a marking on there or something so you know where the air holes are at.
Could we get a close-up look at that RDA? You mind?
We sure can. Let me see here. Hold on. I'll give you a really good close look. La 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 la. Hold on.
Uh-oh, we're going on the down view.
Oh,
We're
wow.
going down, baby.
Nice.
Technical difficulties.
Did
Technical.
you get all that crap worked out?
I know, ain't it?
ST, one of these?
You froze. Daryl.
What?
You froze.
Motherfucker. Am I back?
Oh yeah. You just froze in a mid-sentence of what you were trying to say.
It's the hotel Wi-Fi. Oh, there's Mark. Let's present him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the new tugboat. Like there's the deck, but the issue I have is with the top cap. Like, okay, you see the air holes right there, but those are the air holes that you need to line up with your coil, but you don't know where the hell to turn this to, like, because you don't know where they line up at.
Yeah.
Like they should have markings on the outside. It's a cool RDA, but that's a
I
good
guess-
big headache.
I guess you have to know that it's like 90 degrees around the clock from the logo, it looked
Yeah.
like.
Let's see, right?
Because if I'm looking at the logo, I know the airflow is on the sides.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they should at least put the air holes like right in front of the logo. But yeah, that's the only way you could probably tell, just 90 degrees from the logo.
So if you center those two air slots on the sides, but yeah, that's a cool looking RDA though. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it is a nice art. It reminds me of the new tugboat a little bit.
Yes.
There it
Is
is.
it more of like a flavor chasing type RDA?
Yeah, yeah, it's more for flavor. It's not really a cloud chucking RDA.
Hashtag baby clouds.
Nice Clapton. Very nice Craptons you have in there.
You like those Craptons?
Those are good Craptons. Did you get those in Las Vegas also?
These Craptons are Wotofo, or no, these are the these
Unis?
things. No, these things I bought. Thunder Head Creations. It's like pre-made like pieces of Clapton wire.
Nice. Oh, just straight
Yeah.
shots. Nice.
Yeah.
I saw. Very nice, Mr. Fagan.
Cool.
Thank you.
So what was you asking me, Daryl?
I don't know. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot.
Well, to answer your question, I'll get back with you.
Now, what's Mark presenting now? Oh,
Oh no, I took him off. Took him off the presenter.
He was presenting some pretty good wood grain.
Hell yeah.
hey, could I show something cool to the audience?
Oh, hold on,
Mark,
hold on. We'll see, Shane. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, Shane.
Hey, brother.
could I show something cool to the camera?
Yes.
Mark, I don't know if you got this. ST has it, but he has yet to break this out of the box. This is
The Alera.
this is the Ilaria.
Oh, that's the one with the glass like chamber, whatever inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks cool.
it's cool, and it also has adjustable. You can adjust the juice flow. Try and get this back in focus again. You twist the drip tip, and then the that inner housing for the RTA deck is glass, and then you adjust it. You screw this or unscrew it, and that travels up, and then so you can increase your juice flow for more or less, and you can look inside at your coil inside, see how your build's doing, see how the cotton is wicking, and you can see what's going on inside your RTA. Pretty badass. I like it. But aside from all that, the flavor is incredible on this.
Yeah, I'm looking for a build on it now. Now that I've seen it, I like
Having
that.
having the glass on the inside like that probably does improve the flavor a little bit.
It's the flavor's incredible. It's so crisp and so sharp on the flavor, and at 50 watts, this thing just vapes like a champ. It's a nice, thick, dense. But the only thing else I've seen kind of like that is if you got a custom Trinity glass cap for like your Griffin, or and put that on, and then you can see through to the inside. But it's brilliant. I mean, all the time we all wasted with K funds wondering, yeah, I did the build, I wicked it, now I'm going to cross my fingers and hopefully the shit vapes well. And if not, then I just lost a tank full of juice. But there you go.
Yeah. So this is the one that I was talking about right here.
Og Vape, really, really nicely designed.
And it is. It's from Og Vape, so they're the maker of the Druid RDA also.
And then they had this big burly 8 milliliter size, 25 millimeter diameter, fits perfectly flush on the rouleau. And this one, when you open or close the airflow, there's a corresponding, the juice flow opens and closes. So if you need more airflow, automatically juice flow opens. And there's two separate decks, a little one and a big one. And the big deck has the same size deck and post, but it has bigger juice wicking holes for vaping above 80 watts on an RTA. So
That looks like the Steam Crave Supreme. Actually,
the new one from Steam Crave that I
yeah,
haven't gotten.
yeah, it looks just like it almost.
Very nice. Hey, Steam Crave, send me one of those.
Hey, Daryl,
Don't
When
worry
you
about
said-
it. I got this. What?
when you said that's a rouleau, did you mean a DNA rouleau or an RX200? That's kind of getting confusing to me.
No, it's not confusing at all to me. I said rouleau because on the bottom of mine it says fucking rouleau, and then mine says RX200. So I know this is not the DNA 200 one because I can read, and I researched before I bought it which one I was buying. And I also had a little bit of a clue because I only spent $60 on this that it wasn't a DNA 200. So I, unlike some other people, figured out the mystery. And the menu works very, very different than my DNA 200 devices, so I was not confused.
My philosophy is if you should be, if you're going to buy a DNA 200, then apparently you're experienced enough to know the difference between an RX 200 and a rouleau.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Well,
I'm
that's
terrified for
not
the
every
person.
case, though.
Yeah, I agree. So some DNA 200 has to be your first.
Well, I look at it like this. There are people that vape that might have a little better financial situation of what they want to buy, but they're still kind of new to the game. And if they get on here or they hear from other people, oh, DNA 200, DNA 200, they might just say, hey, I want DNA 200, and you know, I can see where maybe you can mess up on some of this, but
if I worked at a shop and someone said I want a DNA 200, I'd probably ask them, why do you want a DNA 200? I'd wait until they give me a good answer, like why do they want one? Why do you want one?
Yeah.
true.
Because I want one.
What you gonna do with that?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with it?
What you plan on doing with that, son?
You gonna hurt yourself, boy.
Baby steps.
Chadley, my first buy was a DNA 200 because he's big boying it.
Yeah.
That's how
It's
Canadians do it.
It's not real though.
Canadians do it backwards.
Chadley even told me he didn't want it to come out, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He bought a clone one, so it's not real. Just messing with you, boy. Yep, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely shoot your eye out. Oh, we're back to that. Yeah. I know
Well,
Mark's got a whole bunch of new goodies back. I can't wait to watch as he reviews those on his channel. I'm sure you have a steady lineup of products to review now for a while.
Like all RTAs, like it's something about RTAs this month and next month. Like I got like 6 RTAs sitting here. Last year was what, sub-ohm tanks. Now it's RTAs everyone's putting out, which is cool because I love RTAs.
Yeah.
Dwayne, no, I have the eFusion Duo next week, or actually, It might have just got here, but since I was watching a YouTube video and I didn't hear my door, the FedEx guy didn't leave it and put a note on the door. I hate when he does that.
Oh, Dwayne's out there. What's going on, buddy? Hey, if you can, one of the new Disruptor TCs coming out.
Oh.
I believe George said they were shipping. And I got an email from him yesterday. So I think if you're part of the Inikin crew, you guys should be getting yours.
Oh.
Inikin is at the top of the vape shows of 2016.
Who here is stealth vaping with the T18?
That'd be ST.
You guys, any of you guys keep one of those handy, just a rock for like a little stealthy vape?
Yeah, I've always got one handy. I got one right
Deserves a mention.
there.
Can't show this thing off enough. It's such a good vaping little setup there. If you know a smoker, put one of those in their hands with a couple of different flavors of juice. 80/20 is juice is fine. That is such a good little device.
It's an awesome device. I found one I like almost as much, but there's a difference. I mean, this is not a sub-ohm device. This is just a little mounty one, but man, this little Oreo, yeah, this thing's pretty badass right here. It's got a little 0.3 in it, and I've shown this off some, but man, sure.
I've got trick kids doing jellyfish with that in a vape shop.
Yeah, my battery's getting a little weak. I haven't really charged it.
They're doing full-on jellyfish back and forth with that little thing, getting such dense clouds off of it. Not huge clouds, but they're able to actually do cool tricks with it.
How do you spell the tank that you're using, Daryl, from Odge Vape? How do you spell it? Somebody wants to know.
I can spell it right now. It's Alleria.
There you go, Alleria. Alleria. And this one is the Boreas. Boreas.
Sounds like some Russian names going on here.
He's Borat. He's very nice.
My wife.
My wife. Oh.
I tell you, another one is still, I have not had any issues out of mine yet, but I'm seeing people, I guess the locking mechanism is being more of an issue to this than anything. This iStick 100 TC, this thing just, I'm impressed by it.
I picked one of those up last weekend for like $30 at the Vape Expo. I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but I grabbed it because it was cheap. I got a cuboid also.
Oh, nice.
Sick of waiting for these companies to send me out something to review, so I spent my hard-earned cash for that.
I got this one in from GearBest. I got to throw a review up here pretty soon, but it's pretty nice.
Have you done any Skyping with your contact person at GearBest yet?
No.
That's
I've
fun.
done all mine over email. So.
They look nothing like their pictures.
Most of them don't.
Yeah, I noticed that.
My first conclusion came with Kim's son that time when it had looked like a magician's picture.
That was Rasputin. The dude
Yeah.
with the beard, that was Rasputin, the historical Russian rogue. Mesmerist. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they throw up other photos on there. Hit that son, boy.
I want to give a special shout out, nothing vape related, but I want to shout out Casey Neistat. Tomorrow is his 1 year, 365 days of vlogging daily for the last whole entire year. And that dude, if you ever have a chance to check out Casey Neistat, he's the one who did snowboarding in Manhattan during the blizzard with NYPD kind of trying to catch him. The guy puts vlogging to the next level. Really interesting. Anyway, he just vlogged every single day for the last year, and that including traveling around, like a lot of trips around the world and shit. Guy's fucking,
Wow, that is a lot of work.
yeah.
Where's he? Has he got like a big following?
Fairly good. He grows about 40,000 a week.
Damn.
He's at about 2.3 million, 2.4 million.
Hey, we're here to clean your room up.
Hey,
That's
yeah,
very small.
let me
but-
go tell him. I have a late checkout, so let me go tell him.
Please don't come in my room.
Get out of the room.
Your credit card bounced. We
What
have
is
a bad
up?
out here.
Haley Montgomery.
That's that cutie pie that was at Detroit, man.
Oh yeah, that is her.
Yeah.
Yeah, her husband is
Yeah, he's the big dude.
Travis
yes.
Langley, I think.
Yep.
I will.
Never
He's a subscriber of most of ours.
I will not be vaping for the rest of this show. I just got warned by the hotel.
Brittany.
Did you tell him you just got out of the shower?
Oh damn! I forgot the
Dude.
Adore. I forgot the Adore alibi.
Are you serious that they just came and told you that?
Yeah, I must have been making quite a cloud. Fire alarm didn't go off though. Oh well.
They just seen it rolling out underneath the door. They're like, man, what the hell's going on here?
Gosh, no, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just baking cookies in here.
Does it smell good?
Hmm.
Actually, I do got to bounce. I'm sorry, guys. I got to bounce early. I apologize. I actually have to check out of here, and my ride's downstairs.
Oh,
Forgive me. So I'll just, if you don't mind, I'll do my outro.
okay, go ahead.
Good seeing you guys. Thank you, everybody in the audience and chat, for watching our show live. This is Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape. Matt here, and
Later, Daryl.
later, everybody.
Take care, brother.
Baby clouds.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
His outro vape was really, really weak.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it's just going to be ST doing a show.
I know. It's going to be the one-man show coming pretty soon, so...
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm pretty sure my show tomorrow is going to be a one-man show.
Wonder
But I'm prepared for that.
how hard it would be to do a one-man show.
No, man, just picture yourself as, like, in front of the camera for a news report.
Yeah.
No, I've already... Doing the solo shows, I know Ren does it all the time, but she works a lot off of chat. But if I had to sit here, it's not easy.
I would think people would get bored, like a one-man show. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I know I would get bored of myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier just to go stand in front of the mirror and talk to myself, I guess, but which I don't normally do, but...
Hells yeah!
But there have been a few times on the weekends that I've tried, cranking something offbeat up, and I last maybe like 5 minutes. It's like, okay, time start inviting folks in here.
Yeah, the only thing about doing a live show and like working off the chat room is because some people are not in chat, so they don't have a clue what the hell is going on.
Exactly.
You figure if you got 100 viewers, maybe 50 of them are in chat, the other 50 are just watching, so they have no clue, and then you really don't focus on the show. That's like the main complaint I get when I do my show is like, why don't you look at chat? Like, I try to, but if I look at chat, then the whole show is me like looking at the screen all day,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to stare at chat at the same time as talk so that I can sort of grab a few questions out of chat while I'm already making... like I did about the Evolve suit and stuff. I could go on about that for a few minutes and then gather a few questions from chat while I'm talking about it.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
But it is always easier to have a few people on the board, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
So I've been using this new X-Pure tank, and I don't know, but I don't know if it's a tank or if it's the IPv5, but I've wicked this thing up like 4 different times, put it on the IPv5, set it to the X-Pure setting, and it just it's like vaping at like 5 watts. But if I put it into titanium mode, it's beautiful. But then after a while, I get dry hits.
Mm.
And
What
it's
is
just
the-
I don't know, strange.
What is the pure setting supposed to be?
There's no way to like adjust the pure setting. It's like just set in there.
I mean, what is it supposed to be though?
I think temp control it's for the pure tank. The SX Mini Pure or I don't know if it makes this better.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is what is the
Well, there's wattage mode, there's temp mode, and then there's a setting for. Oh no, wait. There's temperature mode. You go in temp mode, then you got titanium, you got nickel, you got stainless, and you got SX Pure, and that's supposed to be specifically for this coil, for this tank. But for some odd reason, when I do that, I crank it all the way up, and it just, I don't know, vapes like shit. I think it's just. I tried re-wicking it. I wicked it like a few times with the cotton, like really fluffy, and then the thing would just flood like crazy. And then I kind of put a little bit more cotton in there. And then I got dry hits, and it's like, what the hell's going on?
Aren't they gonna have like the pure mode on the new?
Yeah, Q class.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have that on there. I just hope that you're able to kind of adjust it.
Well, I would think on that they would.
Let me
Especially-
give a shout out to Lewis. He figured out what RDA this is. This is the Immortalizer RDA. Thank you, brother. I was wondering what the heck this was.
Oh wow, I got one of those. I think like that is an old RDA. Is that the one with the ceramic deck?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I used to love that RDA.
Dwayne, I do have some PCB testing equipment, like meters and stuff, but I don't have an oscilloscope yet. That is something I am shopping for right now because it's something I need next.
Ryan has stated that Fast Tech has got SX Pure tanks cloned already.
Yep. They're selling them and saying the Pioneer for You stickers will be removed to save you on your cost, but that means knockoff.
Yeah, you know that's one thing that a lot of the China companies brought up at TPE. I think it was like 2 or 3 of them brought that up. They said when they gave me their product for review, they said don't link Fast Tech because for some odd reason they list our product on their website for much cheaper, yet they don't have it. Like they never ordered it from us. And I had 3 companies tell me that Fast, like for instance, let's say this mod right here from Movkin, whatever. They said that Fast Tech they'll list this on their website for like $20 cheaper than everywhere else, but yet they never ordered it from them, so they don't understand how the hell they got it.
Makes me wonder now. Remember when I had the Sigeli touchscreen mod on there that we were looking at that time before anybody, and it was like cheaper.
Yeah,
And that was just a gimmick.
and it's not like they're clones or anything. It just I don't know. So maybe like I don't know if like I don't know. For instance, does a company actually make these, or is there another company that makes these mods and sells them to the company? Maybe they're selling them to Fast Tech on the side or something. But there's a lot of mods and atomizers that Fast Tech apparently has that the original company never sold them, so they have no clue how the hell they have them. A lot of companies are like, don't list Fast Tech. I never put Fast Tech links in my description anyways because I really don't like Fast Tech, or I'm not a big fan of GearBest either. But like I like their prices, but I've heard horror stories from GearBest. So
Randy said Fast Tech gets the vape gear that falls off the back of the truck.
yeah, there you go. That's probably how they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very careful. If you see some on Fast Tech and it seems either too good to be true, I'd be cautious.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not legitimate or not, but something I don't know. The companies notice it that they have this shit on their site even before it's anywhere else, and they don't understand how. So.
Maybe that's the reason why there's such a long wait.
Could be.
It's because technically they really don't have it. And then by the time they actually do get it and then send it off, it's kind of, they're actually getting it at a cheaper price or whatever. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that could be. something like a mod, like a regulated mod or something. I couldn't buy from Fast Tech because if something went wrong with it, like I had to ship it back to China. When I used to order RDAs, I mean I bought a lot of shit from Fast Tech, and I would order their RDAs and shit, and I'd get like rusty decks, and the posts would have rust on it, and the screws are like shitty. Like I'd never had. I think the only thing good I had come from them was these little welded wires, like resistance, non-resistance wires that were welded together.
Yeah.
Everything else I used to order from there was always just like shitty, and I never knew stainless steel could rust.
Question for you there, Mark.
So you're saying China is honest, Mark? There's some companies that are really honest, like Uwell. That I was talking to Leo from Uwell, and I didn't know that Uwell is like a U.S. and a China company. Like all their products ship from China, but all their customer service and warranty work is done in the U.S. And there were a few other companies that were actually pretty honest. I mean, there are some shady China companies, but there's a few that are pretty honest.
Well, there was a question in chat for you, either the Cuboid or the Kanger 200. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut him off. I'm going to say the Cuboid, and I have neither one, but I think Daniel's already put out a video of how disgusted he was with the Kanger 200, but...
Yeah, I go Cuboid, definitely.
Kanger's kind of become irrelevant in all this now.
Because Kanger's put out so much, shit. They need to slow down. Like, how many sub tanks do they have? How many? What do they call it? Yeah, they're called sub tank. Kanger sub tank. They have like fucking 12 of them out. And every time they come up with, every time they find a new issue or have one new feature, they come out with version 2, or they just call it something different, like the top box and the bottom box and all this other crazy nonsense. Like that little dripping box, that thing is kind of cool for $30, but I lost faith in them. I used to love the sub tank, but after they started putting out a sub tank every week, I kind of just gave up with them.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow all their shit. It was coming out too fast.
Well, the thing that disgusted me about them is that when they put their sub tanks out, it was the same tank basically every single time, other than maybe just a different coloring, or there was nothing really that dramatically done to it. They didn't even try to change, give it a little bit cosmetic look to it, and just
that's all they would do is just change like an air hole or something, and call it the new version 2 and version. I started getting confused, and then when they came out with all the different coil heads, I got so confused. I'm like, screw this. This is not even worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Take your time and just come out with,
Yeah, I thought when they were doing those sub boxes that had no spring-loaded center pin,
yeah.
From that point they started to go down, and I haven't seen them lift back up since then. I mean, come on, spring-loaded center pin? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was. But that little sub box thing I reviewed, it's kind of neat. Like the quality is kind of like but for $25 or $30, it's kind of a cool way to get into bottom feeders, I think. And with the whole replaceable pre-built RDA coils, that's like you unscrew the deck and then you put a new deck on there and it already has coils and cotton on it. That's a pretty cool idea for people that don't know how to rebuild or anything.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. I give it to them for that much. I give them that. They did a decent job on that one.
Now you remember the on this Skilla tank, on this S-Killa, don't they have an RBA for this that's like dual coils on top of each other?
Yep.
Yeah, they do, and I was actually got it. Where's it at? It's right here. Yeah, I wicked it up yesterday, and I thought I wicked it up perfectly. Like I put 2 strands, laid them down. I had a whole shitload of cotton in here, and it just leaked like crazy. Like the whole tank just leaked out.
Yep.
And this deck does look cool, but yeah, I could not. I gave up on it. I'm like, holy shit, it's lost the whole tank in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was worried about the wicket.
One of those that I took up to the shop that I gave to one of the guys, he was real interested right off the bat in the RVA section, so he pulled the coils out that are already set in there, put his own little build in and tried to wick it, and oh my gosh, he was having so many issues with it, and it just, I was getting a headache watching him mess with it, and it was like, no.
I think what you got to do to wick that is is feed the wick through the holes on the cap for the deck, and then cut it off outside the holes, so that it basically, each wick will get stuffed in those holes, and then cut it off outside the holes so that it'll kind of look like the Altus or the SX Pure, where it's got a little bit of wick hanging out the sides.
Yeah, I'll try that. It's either that or it's just this little flimsy O-ring that's holding it together. It's not sealing off properly, and it's just the e-liquid seeping through it. But yeah, I'm going to try that way. I'm going to feed it through the actual cap, see what happens. Not a bad idea.
I come up with one every once in a while.
Good job, Zach. Good job. If you use the RBA section without the AnyBox, it works great. Oh, I hate the AnyBox. That thing just, they sent me me one, it leaked, sent me two, it leaked, and then they said, oh, this one doesn't leak, here's a third one. Like, no, I don't want it.
You got me cleaning up too much. Invested in too many paper towels for you guys.
I kind of think that's why they don't send out as much as what they used to either. I think.
Yeah, because they don't know what the hell works and what doesn't work. Shit.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's obviously people that's gotten lucky that it's been a hell of a deal. And
oh yeah, just Michael got a good one.
Yeah.
I'm vaping on a 2.3 ohm coil.
Holy wow! Damn.
Yeah, son, you really going nostalgic, aren't you?
I'm going super ohm, man.
Using like 32 gauge wire or what?
34 gauge twisted.
Oh man.
But it vapes good, and if you got a mod that'll put out enough voltage for it, then it lasts forever. I've been vaping on it for 2 days.
Damn. Well, folks, we have hit that hour mark. We did it on a depleted crew today, but as always good. Hopefully next week we'll have our full lineup back in order. So I guess we're going to shut her down. So we'll have a quick outro today. So take it away, Mark.
Thank you for having me on the show, ST. You guys want to check me out? Check me out on Vaping Fagin on YouTube. Bye.
Yeah, I might have to go to the little kid store and find me one of those, and we'll have a hell of a show with that. Take it away, Zach.
Well, everybody, you know where to find me. Praising the Vape at the Vape Church on Friday. Come by. I think I might move it a little bit later tomorrow to try and make it easier on some other people's schedules. But I'll let y'all know before it gets started and stuff. I'll make sure the news goes out. And otherwise, thank you for having me on, ST. Even with this skeleton crew, I think we did all right.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, you know who I am, you know where you can find me. Once again, thanks for the congrats from everybody. By the way, I want to say Happy Easter to everybody out there. It's Easter weekend, so hope y'all have a safe one and enjoy yourselves. I've got 3 days off coming, so I know that's a big thing for me. But all right, we're going to rock and roll out of here. We'll see you next week, and y'all have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I'll make sure tomorrow, stay tuned for what me and Fagin got going, and then after that, you need to stay tuned for Mr. Zach.
I love you.